Welcome back and happy 27th day of September, meaning we wrap up the 9th month, 3/4 of the year this Saturday. Sunday will be the 1st, and then it's on to October and on to a weather pattern that's going to improve. Not that we've been under a bad one, but some changes are still around the corner, and we'll talk about those. We've been seeing a little bit of that action today, but by the end of the week, which is, on the downhill side now, specifically Friday afternoon, I think a really nice running us back into the 80s. Get to that in just a few seconds. Don't cover a whole lot of national news, except when, of course, it filters down to us in some form or fashion, but this, I think, certainly stood to affect a lot of schools and programs in the United States, including one here in McGoffin County, which has become very popular as of late. The House voted late last night against the Biden administration's decision to block federal funding for school shooting sports classes. Now, if you haven't been following this, in June of last year, the BSCA, it was a bill that some saw as a gun control bill, some saw as an effort to promote safer, more inclusive, and positive schools. Regardless, it was passed overwhelmingly by Congress and then signed into law by the president in June of last year after a number of mass shootings in parts of the United States, New York and Texas specifically. The law prohibited using federal school funding to help provide any person with a dangerous weapon or provide training in the use of a dangerous weapon. That also filtered its way down to and translated to hunting, fishing, archery programs across the United States. And that is where, of course, it stood to put halt to a lot of popular programs. The vote, however, last night was 424-1 in the House. The House approved the Protecting Hunting Heritage and Education Act, as it's been dubbed. 216 Republicans, 208 Democrats. There was only one person, a Republican, who voted against that measure. The president of the National Archery in the Schools program says his organization is comprised of about 1.3 million students from nearly 9,000 schools across almost all 49 of our 50 states who are enrolled in archery courses. And of course, we've seen the archery program here in McGoffin County, one of the most recent to be added to their curriculum. It's become very popular as it's been a focal point of several reports here on the program and in the Sagersville Independent. So it looks as though there's a path to at least that not being seen as an issue, as they were threatening to pull funding from schools who held those or ran those particular programs or curriculum. I'll be right back with local headlines, including blood is red, grass is blue, it saves lives. How about you? Figure that one out while I'm gone.
At Appalachian Wireless, we have the best service and the best deals right now.
Save up to $500 on iPhone 13s and 14s, all models, all gigabytes with trade-in.
Maybe go for an iPhone 12 for a penny. A penny with a 2-year contract.
We're not leaving out Samsung. Save up to $350 on select Samsung devices, including the S23.
It's a win-win this month at Appalachian Wireless. The service, the savings. Y'all got to jump on this deal right now.
At Appalachian Wireless, we get you because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
See AppalachianWireless.com for terms.
Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy,
the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sayersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
A blood drive, that's the answer. The next McGoffin County blood drive next week, right here in Sayersville.
Blood is red, grass is blue, I save lives, how about you? That's the super cool t-shirt you get only through the end of October if you donate between now and then. They've got a really good marketing department at the Kentucky Blood Center. Sad to say they have to have it, but they do. They've got to get the word out and encourage people to come in any way they can. And McGoffin County continues to boast some of the best donation numbers in eastern Kentucky and has for quite some time, thanks to folks like Carol Hall. I mean, she is given her weight in blood, and I'm not joking, literally maybe much more than that over the course of her donations of many, many years, and a lot of other folks do as well. So with that said, 1 in 4 people will need a blood transfusion in their lifetime, and you can meet the constant need at this upcoming Kentucky Blood Center Drive. This coming Monday, 1 to 5 o'clock at the Sayersville First Baptist Church on Dixie Avenue in their fellowship hall. You can be a lifesaver. Appointments are preferred. 1-800-775-2522. Go online to KentuckyBloodCenter.com, and you can as well walk in because you're just as welcome. Appointments just kind of help them keep them flowing and everything organized, but they love as many walk-ins as they can have. So one way or the other, if you can stop by next week, Monday, this coming Monday, 1 to 5.
I put in a formal request a few weeks ago about taking a ride-along or ride-through, if you will, or a ride-over, if you want to call it, the Ivy Point Hill project, which has been ongoing. And they received that, and I actually got an update of just 4 or 5 days ago that they're in the process of completing another phase of that, which will just be better for me to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that and bringing back some video from the ground and maybe from the air as well. I haven't done that for a while, and to see just exactly, it's still hard as it is, I'm assuming, for everyone else to visualize the actual layout of how the new Ivy Point Hill Road is going to go. And that is coming up, hopefully, and sooner than later. I was told by someone, representative there, that they were about to finish that one phase, and after which I'll be able to do so. I'm also being told that they are trying to get that done way ahead of schedule. The initial announcement was that it was going to be into the spring, early spring of next year, if I'm not saying something incorrectly, and I'm hearing that they're going to be, hopefully, we're working towards being much more ahead of that. I'll go through all that in just a few moments, or not in a few moments, as soon as we are able to gather the information. But right now, just a quick reminder while we're on the topic, I know they've got signage posted, but just go ahead and mark it on your calendars, because starting October the 9th, which sounds a long way away, but it's not, the Ivy Point Hill will again be closed for the majority of the month.
Yeah, so it's going to be Monday the 9th, and that's, of course, a week from this coming Monday. So won't remind you till maybe towards the latter part of next week, but it's something that we all need to get used to for a while, because for at least October the 9th through the 22nd, again, that's starting a week from this coming Monday, Ivy Point is going to be closed. They're having to take up a portion of the roadway. My understanding on a lot of construction, a lot of blasting, as it's getting closer to ground level. I want to say ground level, street level, if you will, because I can feel it a little stronger here in the office each and every time they shoot one off. Nevertheless, construction is apparently going quite well and may be ahead of schedule. I'll have an update again on that as soon as possible. But right now, just remember, the 9th through the 22nd, Ivy Point will be closed, and you'll have to drive around.
Senior Citizens Director Marlene Howard sent me a notice just a little while ago saying that she had just learned of this event coming up, presented by the Kentucky Humanities Council at the Big Sandy Community and Technical College next week, and that she is putting together transportation, free transportation for seniors, and an invitation to all to join them for this entertaining event.
Dr. Kathy Bullock. She's an educator, a scholar, a singer, an arranger, a chorus conductor, among other things, and she's coming to the Big Sandy Community Technical College next week, where you're asked to join them in welcoming her. She'll be performing Singing in the Spirit, the African-American sacred music tradition, Wednesday of next week, which is the 4th, by the way, 1 to 2:30 at the college's Prestonsburg Gearhart Auditorium in the Pike Building. Spirituals and gospel music are much more than pleasing songs to listen to, and they are powerful representations of the triumphant spirit and faith that have defined African American music and people. She takes the audience on a musical journey all the way from West Africa through the Middle Passage to the North American shores where the African American culture was forged. Through songs and stories and performance, this participatory program, if you'll notice, if you wish to be, lets the audience experience the beauty, joy, and power of music and culture. And the Kentucky Humanities and the National Endowment for the Humanities is sponsoring this, and again hosted at the Big Sandy College. And Marlene says that she is putting together, of course, free transportation. Please give them a call at the Montgomery County Senior Citizen Center at 349-512 to let them know you're going. And, of course, this invitation is for anyone in the general public at large, not necessarily the transportation. That's going to be for our seniors. I don't think we can fit the entire community on the bus, but nevertheless, the event itself. Next Wednesday, 1 o'clock on the campus of the Big Sandy Community and Technical College.
Get you caught up on football in just a few moments and your updated forecast right now. Boil water advisory starts off tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar.
Yes, this just in from the Sayersville Waterworks. The Waterworks has issued a boil water advisory for the area, essentially from the Falcon Post Office on Route 40 all the way to the McGoffin-Johnson County line on 40. So customers there need to boil their drinking or cooking water for at least 3 minutes until further notice. I'll let you know when that has been lifted. Coach for Kids, the drive is alive and ongoing right now, and the cold weather is around the corner. They've set a goal of $15,000 to help 150 kids in McGoffin County with warm clothes and shoes and coats and everything that goes along with it. So if you can, contact any Mason if you would like to help. $1 or $100 or more, whatever you would like to be a part of this. They would love to have your support. Or you can also call Paul Montgomery at 424-6302. Flu shots are available at the McGoffin County Health Department right now in the flu season. It's coming, and it's coming quick as it always does. Now's a good time as any to get your shot. Monday through Thursday, 8 until 3. Fridays, 8 until noon. They take a long list of insurance, and you can call to find out if you think yours might not be one of them. They'll be glad to help you out. 349-6162. Flu shot clinic as well coming up Thursday the 5th. That is not this Thursday, tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow at our, of course, DAV meeting room on the community center. Contact Lloyd Salyer, our commander, if you have any questions. 349-2299. That's for all veterans of McGoffin County, hosted by the Prestonsburg VA Clinic. And I'm hosting a community calendar every night for you and your announcements and birthdays and anniversaries too. Heather likes to put them in the paper, but send those to Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. From there, funeral services have been announced at this hour for 41-year-old Amanda Brown Ramirez of Hamilton Street in Winchester, but formerly of Sayersville. She passed away Thursday, September the 21st in Clark County. The daughter of Jeanette Barnett Howard and the late Roby Brown Jr., she's survived by her mother, sons Francisco Lucas Ramirez, Jesse Hamilton, Julio Ramirez, sister Megan Eriquin, brothers Lucas and John Brown, and a memorial service for Amanda Brown Ramirez will be held this Friday, 5 o'clock, from the Sayersville Funeral Home. The family will welcome friends an hour earlier at 4, and contributions can be made to the Memorial Fund at the Sayersville Funeral Home. And a reminder that services for Franklin D. Murphy Ross, 66 of West Liberty, who passed away Saturday at his home, will take place this Sunday at 2. Survived by his sons Frank Ross Jr., Jordan, and Jaylee Murphy, daughters Melinda Miller, Melissa Ross, and Audrey Keaton, stepchildren Daniel Sparks, B.J. Sparks, Christy Gibson, and Michelle Sparks, his brother Hager Ross, and sisters Louise Gibson, Christine Nichols, Juanita Banks, and Daisy Holland, as well as 26 grandchildren and 7 great-grandchildren. Services are this Sunday at 2 from the Bethlehem to Calvary Apostolic Church. Friends can visit the church Friday after 5 and all day Saturday and prior to Sunday's services.
2 locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sigersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. It's in the air and it's on the calendar. Fall is here and the seasonal shop is filled with new clothes for the season. New arrivals from Charlie Page, Mud Pie, Royce, and more. And the new shoes are some of their favorites that they've ever had. And beautiful t-shirts and sweatshirts for every occasion and season, plus new shirts for all the Wildcat fans, the Montgomery County Hornet fans, teachers, football mamas, and more. And fellas, they didn't leave us out either. After many requests, they have brought back the fan favorite turn rows, shirts, and hoodies, and they've got a large selection of Ridge and Holler. And if you need a little self-pampering, their new selection of spa gifts are the perfect gift idea or a treat for yourself. Fall and Halloween decor on the floor right now. It's gorgeous, and Christmas is coming through the door right now, all at the seasonal shop. Get the right fit, the right tread, and the reliability you need for whatever you're rolling in at Conley Tire, where right now through October the 31st, get a $100 rebate on Generals, $120 on Kumos, and go to conleytire.net to find other special offers on the biggest names, plus brakes, oil changes, and computer diagnostics, all with 6 months no interest at Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
Friday Night Lights are nearly upon us again. Let's take a look back at this past Friday night's hostings and trips. See how our viewing area teams fared.
Starting with the Montgomery County hopeful, Montgomery County couldn't overcome an early deficit last Friday night as Belfry pulled away to win 42-12 in the Class 3A District 8 game last Friday. After the loss, Montgomery County dropped to 1-5 overall and opened the class in 3A 0-1. Belfry went on to 3-3 and opened 1-0 in Class 3A after posting the win. Belfry, of course, a perennial state title contender, rushed 44 times for 485 yards and 5 touchdowns. For Montgomery County, they rushed 19 times for 133 yards, but never reached the end zone via the ground. Ian McCarty led Montgomery on the ground, rushing 10 times for 90 yards. Following him, in Montgomery County's rushing attack, Aiden Barnett took 8 carries for 37 yards, and Barnett paced Montgomery County through the air, completing 4 passes for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Hornets host Powell County for another Class 3A district game this Friday night. Their newfound district, of course, 8 rivals, Montgomery County and Powell County, did not meet during the 2022 high school football season, but the Hornets and Pirates are familiar foes. Montgomery County is 1-5 again overall. Powell County is 1-4, and as I told you a couple of times, I still have to go over the list because I can't remember it. Following the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's football realignment back in January, it's Magoffin, Powell, Belfry, Lawrence, and Estill County now in their newly formed Class 3A district. On to the Eagles of Central, 34-6 2 weeks ago. Last week, 53-14 over Boyd County. Johnson Central opened up with a near 50-yarder by Carter Conley to make it a 7-0 score after, of course, the kick afterwards. And then when they kicked the ball off, they recovered it, and literally a play or two later, maybe just one, Christian Barnes scored, I think, one of the 2 touchdowns for Barnes on the night. They jumped out to an early 14-0 lead, and then that gave Central more room, a little breathing room to go on to a 53-14 final win, and that makes their 3rd straight win of the season. And with that, the Eagles 4-2, 1-0 in district play, and are at Corbin this Friday night. Kickoff, of course, set for 7:30 for the road game for the Eagles. Let's go over to Tiger action, Paintsville and Leslie County. And a deficit for the Tigers, 16-27, the final score. Paintsville came out, scored first, up 7-0, and even went up to 14-7 before the game started to go back the other way. Leslie County, again, 27, Tigers 16. The Tigers coming out 1-4 right now. No district play to talk about as of yet. That's coming, as the Tigers are on the road at East Ridge this Friday night. Now, for the Bulldogs of Lawrence County, they overcame a slow start to win over Estill County, 33-12 in a district matchup, district opener at Luke Varney Jr. Memorial Stadium this past Friday. The Bulldogs won on homecoming. Bulldogs going to 4-1 on the season overall, opening 1-0 in, of course, their class. Lawrence County rushed 30 times for 295 yards and 4 touchdowns in its district win. Cody Crum led Lawrence County on the ground, rushing 15 times for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bulldogs of Lawrence County are on the road at Belfry Friday night. Taking a look at what has been out there, it's mostly in downtown Sagersville and mostly to the north. Nothing or the very lightest. I mean, it was even hard to call it a mist at times. South Magoffin has seen a little more light rain, and we're all going to see a little more. It's not going to be a washout event, but there are showers and thunderstorm chances dotted throughout the next couple of days. Nothing on the severe side. Like, again, nothing on the consistent side even. We'll see some sunshine in between, I do believe. And we will, after that, see a beautiful, beautiful run. Just a little food for thought on today's date in weather history. Back in 1984, the Jackson Weather Service logged a 49-degree high for today. Tonight's low in the upper 50s. 49 for the high on this day back in 1984. With that said, 58 degrees tonight. More clouds, as you saw on the radar, and some 30% chance or so of showers after 2 a.m. We're out of that rain chances for now, but they'll be coming back, and they'll linger into your Thursday. Thursday showers likely, and possibly a thunderstorm maybe before 9, and then even up until the afternoon. 74 degrees for highs tomorrow. We will see skies, though, with some clouds and shower chances mainly earlier tomorrow than not become mostly sunny, I think, by mid-afternoon or thereafter. Now, we'll still see some lingering shower chances and possible thunderstorm chances all the way through tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. But, again, not wall-to-wall, just a round or two here and there. Ditto for into your at least early Friday, but very early. I think a 20% chance of showers by midday, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and that's it. Otherwise, mostly sunny, 78, 55. Saturday, showers are gone by Friday afternoon, I think, early afternoon, early evening. Saturday will be beautiful, 79 and mostly sunny. As for your Sunday, exactly as beautiful, I think, 79, sunny, lows around 53 or so that night. And then there's a nice little run. Back to the 80s we'll go, the lowest of 80s, but still 80 degrees and sunny is a beautiful fall run. And that's where we're going to be pretty much for the weekend and definitely into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week as we're sitting at 80 for the first 2 days of the work week. Very consistent. Exactly consistent right now. Nighttime low range of 53 degrees, and that's not a range. It's just 53 degrees there you see. But beautiful weather all the way through midweek and the weekend included. Like I said again, a few early showers Saturday that you might have to dodge, but after that, Beautiful, beautiful. And the next couple of days are not, again, going to be filled with a lot of showers and storms, but some.
And that will wrap it up for this Wednesday. Heather is working very hard, and I think just putting the finishing touches on tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent, as is Jared Adams, our layout and graphic design artist, and everyone else that it takes to make that happen. She will, of course, have an updated report on the Sagersville City Council meetings, too, to report on in the paper, including the most recent, the one earlier this week, in which the City Council was asked to, and by a vote of 5-1, voted to repeal the ordinance which establishes the Sagersville Waterworks Commission. That still has to go for a second reading, and there's more details on that report and a whole lot of other information, a lot of sporting news, and a lot of other things to see. Pick up one before I see you back here tomorrow night, same time, same place, and thank you for watching.